on this episode of Unseen.
Evolution, I think, should be a consistent thing yearly. And I think I would love to do like something great with you there. But for me, I've never been in a ladder match, never been in Hell in the Cell. And I am a tough little cookie. So I'm like, get me in there. I'm not afraid. I'm like, I'll jump off some ladders.
Like a chamber would be so
chamber. I want to do something like physical.
From the ring to the vineyards and reality TV in between, these WWE Hall of Famers are back in business for another classic WWE moment, or I should say, a Bonita moment at SummerSlam. Please welcome Nikki and Brie, the Bella twins. How are you guys?
Hello.
So good.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I'm so glad to have the time to talk to you guys. This year at SummerSlam, I believe is your overall sixth event of a Bella twin involved with SummerSlam. Is there a SummerSlam event that stands out to you both the most?
I mean, I definitely have to say when
Like,
I wrestled my boss, Stephanie McMahon, which is crazy to think that was 11 years ago. Wow. I can't believe it. And when Nikki turned on me, but I feel like that will probably be my greatest memory of SummerSlam.
Yeah. For me, SummerSlam actually has created a lot of iconic moments for me, or very memorable moments. Obviously the turn on Brie, which will just forever be a top moment for me.
Oh, thanks.
And then also I just think about, it was my surprise return coming back from my neck injury. And so for some reason, I have this really like comeback thing with SummerSlam.
Yeah,
That's where I make my comebacks after broken bones and stuff.
I love that. And we recently just passed the anniversary of the Divas Revolution segment on Raw. We saw the debut of Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha, helping really launch that new generation. And that obviously culminated with the tag team match at SummerSlam. Now, all this time later, I believe it's like 11 years, at the same event, SummerSlam, you're sitting across from another trio from NXT, Fatal Influence, now being aligned with Paige. To be in this position again, all this time later, what does that mean, I guess, to you both and the Bella twins' legacy?
You know, I have to say for myself, and I know Nikki will add on, it shows so much of what we've built in the brand of the Bella twins, the fact that we can come in this new era and still hold our ground, still compete. I mean, I feel so blessed that we're still able to do that. But also the one thing that Nikki and I have always loved to do is just keep helping women grow, get their, not only their names out there, but be a part of launching. And we love to compete, and we love when girls who know how to take it can take it. And we know it's going to be a hard match against Fatal Influence, but that's what we thrive on. So we love that.
I mean, like what Brie said, like you truly just have the emotions of feeling so grateful and honored that after all these years, we can still come in, hang with the best, keep our feet on the ground, and be a part of a generation that we also helped inspire, but to also still have impact in different ways. And it goes so much for, as the brand of the Bella twins, it's incredible, but also for us personally, it's like I could still come into this era and have the ability to be at SummerSlam and perform with three of the greatest women right now that have come up on the roster. It's truly like the pinch me moments of like, wow, we're still doing this.
For sure.
And I'm a big stats guy, and I love looking up different stats. Obviously, right now, Rey Mysterio and the Bella twins are the only active WWE superstars who are Hall of Famers. What does that mean for you both to be in the spotlight that you are at, with championships, involved in deep storylines, biggest pay-per-views, PLEs of the year, all while being Hall of Famers?
Oh, like it's
the greatest achievement.
It really is.
It truly is.
Every time that we walk out to the ring and
get announced,
as a WWE Hall of Famer, feels so great. And even like you said, like to even just have her names up there with Rey Mysterio. But I feel like having that title, it's what keeps the fire alive in Nikki and I. Yeah. It's what keeps us driven, keeps going harder, because we want to prove to people why we're Hall of Famers. And, obviously we give so much to the platforms of Total Divas and Total Bellas for helping us cross over and connect with so many women and men who maybe weren't watching wrestling came into our world of wrestling. And I mean, still to this day at signings, we have so many husbands and boyfriends being like, thank you for getting my wife or my girlfriend into wrestling.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's just a huge achievement. It means so much to us.
Yeah.
I love that. And to kind of quickly go over both of your returns, Brie coming back at the Royal Rumble, one of the loudest pops of the entire night. And then for Nikki coming back, getting one of the loudest pops of the night. What is that in this position of your career, just to get those reactions? Like, what does that mean? How does that feel?
It makes me feel like we get the chant, you still got it.
Yeah.
But like, but I will tell you, it's so stressful before you come through that curtain. Because even when I was in Saudi Arabia and we were, with the Royal Rumble, I was like, will they remember me?
Yeah.
Do they have they forgotten? Will I have any impact? And there's stress because, you put a lot of pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
So when you get reactions like that, it just makes you feel that what you're doing is right, that you're still connected to the audience. And it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah. In our industry, connection is everything. And Brie and I have always connected with the fans. I mean, the Bella Army is such an incredible fandom. And I think because Brie and I have never forgotten where we came from and we're always so grateful to the fans, I feel like the fans just always give us so much love and support when we come out. Because even coming out in Oakland, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay. And girl. Even when I had shown up on the first Netflix Raw,
yeah,
I hadn't been on a WWE TV screen, I think, was it over 5 years?
Wow.
And so to hear that was great. And then, I mean, for Brie to be all the way in Saudi Arabia, but then we find out they were all raised up on Total Divas and Total Bellas. And so it's really neat because our connection with not only the Bella Army, but the WWE Universe goes so much more than in the ring, because it's kind of crazy. Everyone watched us grow up for a good 10 years straight. And in wild times, I know your 20s, I know your 30s, going into having babies, you do a lot of growing, you make a lot of mistakes.
Oh yeah.
So we kind of like grew up and, with everyone as well, made mistakes in front of everyone, cried with everyone. So yeah, we're crazy connected, which is great.
I'm not sure if you both know this, but Brie is actually the third woman in WWE history inducted into the Hall of Fame to then hold a championship after the fact. The first one was Alundra Blaze. I think she held the 24/7 championship.
Yeah.
Lita went on to win the tag team titles with Becky. Trish was a placeholder for Lita, but technically, Brie, you're the third.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And actually, Brie is the first ever and only Hall of Famer across the board to go into the Hall of Fame and then win a championship at WrestleMania.
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
The only Hall of Famer ever to do it.
Oh my gosh. Well, wow. That's like a huge honor. I gotta make a plaque for that.
It's an achievement.
Yes, I love that.
They need something.
Thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna be on cloud 9 all day.
Of course. Natty's got all those world records. I think.
Yeah, she does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I have something to brag to Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
better live up to that. Yeah.
Nikki, your heel turn last year kind of seemed to be picking up some steam, and then it kind of just quietly went into its own thing. If you can tell us, where was that kind of headed, and what was that angle like originally supposed to be?
Yeah, definitely. I had been begging for just to have a heel turn, to be heel. I just know I thrive so much in that position. And, it's just
so natural.
So natural. And then Brie came in and ruined everything, which was fine because we were going in such a great direction. And then Rumble came up and they didn't know if Brie was coming back or not. So when Brie came back, it was like, well, Nikki obviously needs to be with her. And then we go out that night in Philly Raw and they just looked at me and they go, you have to be neutral. And I was like, but I literally just turned on my brand new best friend, Stephanie, and wait, what? And not that I was bummed, but
you were bummed.
I just was loving the direction I was going in, and I was getting so much heat, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. I was even getting text messages from all these people loving the heel thing again, keep going for that, and then you showed up, Brie, and you ruined everything.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Some
Why did you
magic.
have to be so over?
Right.
Yeah. So that's, and then we just started the WrestleMania story and just kind of went in that direction, and then I got hurt. So I'm hoping to see that version of me in the future here. Not sure when, but I would love to get back on being that type of character, because I feel like when you've had a career like Brie and I, it is so much fun to use those achievements or just to use certain things into that story to get so much heat.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to get that,
Yeah.
Oh, you feel different? Just kidding.
It seemed for a long while that WWE kind of went away from anything related to the term diva after the women's revolution. Today we see superstars who incorporate that, like Tiffany, Maxine, Chelsea, even Blake Monroe. Is there a way, or can you describe the happy medium between diva and WWE superstar?
Yeah, I mean, I think being called a diva for so long, I mean, we all loved it, but then I think when we kind of got into our one storyline, it kind of tarnished the name a little bit. So then you're almost embarrassed to be a diva, and then we were all really trying to push for equality. So then being called a superstar meant you were equal to the men. But now I feel like it had that moment, but now it's like kind of time is, years have gone on and everyone looks at us as equal now. I feel like there isn't so much of like the men get all this and the women have nothing. You're really starting to see like women are main eventing. They're getting as many matches as men. I've been loving being on SmackDown because I feel like there's some nights, some Fridays where we have more female matches than men. So it's been really cool. So I think it's been fun for the girls to bring back diva because it doesn't feel so bad anymore to be called a diva. You almost love it because they've all been inspired by Total Divas and why they got in the business. Yeah. So when they call themselves that, they're, putting themselves in Natalia's situation or the Funkadactyls or the Bellas.
Totally. Well, on WWE Shop, they just dropped the Divas Championship again. They brought it back to buy.
That's interesting.
That, went everywhere.
Oh my, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, that's huge. We're selling Divas Championships again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy myself one.
I think it was a hard name for a little bit, but I think it's sprouted, it's blossomed.
Yeah.
Good again.
No, totally. We're in the era where everyone's using like baddie or bad bitch or diva falls under that whole thing.
Yeah.
People like
fierce.
If you call yourself a diva, you're just owning you making yourself like the most important part.
Yeah.
Like main character energy, right? Like
I like that.
Right. I love it.
Yeah.
As we start to wrap up here, through Total Divas and Total Bellas, we got to see a different side of the women in WWE, which I believe helped the audience connect to them and to you guys on a deeper level. We saw obviously the birth of Brie Mode and the whole shoe debacle. We saw the birth of Fearless Nikki as you went through your neck surgery. Who today on the WWE roster would you say can benefit the most from having that type of exposure on a show like Total Bellas or Total Divas?
Ooh,
it's a great question.
That is great. I feel like when I think of people, of like who I feel like people would probably be really connected when I look at like someone like Maxine and you see her character work, but then it would be interesting to go back and to like her personal life and see how's her personal life handling, like what's going on in television or you know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff Total Divas gave you. They gave you that look where I felt like we gave you a sneak peek behind stage, but so much more was the conversations at home because, not only as women, also the men, and a lot of us were with men who were in the business. You got to see how we handled what we did at television, how we handle it in our own personal lives.
Yeah.
So I think of Maxine, I think of even like Blake Monroe, because what we see of her, I would be so interested to know about her and her man back at their house, how she prepares for her character. Because I know she preps a lot.
Right.
Puts her outfits together, all those little things that I feel like people would give more respect and credit to these women and be like, oh, wow.
And I would also say, and like to how his question was, like even someone like Tiffany, I think of, because these are all great people where we get to know the other side of them, but I also think of how they would benefit from that kind of TV that would give them so much equity that a star that like us can come back 10 years later and get the reactions and have the people still connected. I think someone like Tiffany would benefit that because I see like how she has a great like kids show up to watch her, right? She's incredible wrestling, but she has this girly personality. So I could see her, she connects with the other side. And I could see Tiffany taking time off in the future, coming back 10 years later, and people would still be like, it's Tiffany, Tiffy time. You know what I mean? There's something like, but as well as who you said, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, the last question for you here. With all this being said, we're 2 years away from the 20th anniversary of the Bella Twins in WWE. All the history-making moments, the championships, the Hall of Fame. What is left for the Bellas to do in WWE?
Wow.
We used to say tag titles, and now we already have one.
No, but still, I mean, we haven't as the Bella Twins.
That's true. We haven't as the Bella Twins yet. I think that would still be something iconic to do. I definitely would love to do another evolution together.
Yeah.
I know we had, my moment with Rhonda and Brie was at my side, but I would definitely love to have another evolution with Brie in some capacity before I end it all, because that pay-per-view, there's just nothing like it for myself.
Yeah.
And I would love to win one more championship. So whether that's twins together or solo, I would love to have one last true championship run where I just get to be that bad bitch.
Yeah, Bella.
And cause a lot of chaos. And
I love it.
And something for me, I mean, like definitely some of the things with Nikki said, evolution, I think should be a consistent thing yearly. And I think I would love to do like something great with you there. But for me, I've never been in a ladder match, never been in Hell in the Cell. And I am a tough little cookie. So I'm like, get me in there. I'm not afraid. I'm like, I'll jump off some ladders.
Like a chamber would be so
chamber. I want to do something like physical. I think I've seen it a lot might come back, this time around, but I'm tough and I like aggression and I'll go for it. Like I have no fear. I'm in such a great place in my life and I'm lucky because I have the greatest coach in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm really
ladder match I'm fine with. I don't need to do that.
Yeah. For me, I'm like, put me in one of
the heights and then I think of my neck and I'm like, you're not.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
No. Yeah. I would chamber. I'd love a chamber or Hell in a Cell.
Something. I need something that,
War games.
Or war games.
That could be fun.
That would be amazing.
Bring back that Team Bella PCB.
That would be sick.
That would be sick.
I want to thank you guys for your time today. But also for what you've done for the business inside and out. I know sometimes creating change and opportunity makes people hate a little bit.
Oh yeah,
because they're uncomfortable with with change. And you both persevered. And there are so many young boys and girls today who only know a world of kick-ass wrestling or women's wrestling. So without the Bellas, we're not here. Again, thank you so much for your time. And just a quick yes chant from my guy Brian. And thank you guys for your time.
Thank you so much.
That's so sweet.
This was a great interview. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.